What's up, guys? In today's video I'm going to be talking about the announcement that was made a couple of days ago that Gervonta Tank Davis is set to have a rematch against Lamont Roach, and it's been set for August the 16th. Possibly Las Vegas, that's what they've said. T-Mobile Arena has been put on hold, but a location remains to be undetermined at the moment. So Tank Davis has got a record of 30-0 with 1 draw, 28 KOs. Lamont Roach has got a record of 25 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws and 10 KOs. So they last fought March the 1st at Barclays Center, and they fought to a majority draw. Now, some people had it, Lamont Roach doing really well in the fight and could have got the nod, easily could have got the nod. And it was very controversial as well. Tank Davis was in the fight. Don't get me wrong, he was in the fight, but Lamont Roach proved that he belongs in there. Take into account also they actually boxed in the amateurs as well. So Lamont Roach did know much. He did know a lot about Gervonta Tank Davis. So yeah, so it's been the first fight. The scorecards read 115, 113 for Davis, 114 and 114, and then 114, 114. So they were largely reflective of what took place in the ring. And again, like I said, a case could have been made that Roach deserved the nod, but a lot of people didn't really believe it was a robbery as such, but they thought that, Lamont Roach could have got the decision. But what I remember watching that fight, I was thinking, oh my God, Lamont Roach, because I was saying he's got skills and he's got skill set, and it is hard to go against someone like Gervonta Tank Davis, but Lamont Roach has got those hands and he can box really well. So it didn't surprise me with his boxing skill in the fight, but he seemed to have put Gervonta Tank Davis under a lot of pressure in that fight, and it was a great performance from Lamont Roach. So the shocking factor in the fight was when there was that questionable decision about when Lamont Roach scored a knockdown, and now Gervonta Tank Davis took a knee, and then he's run into his corner, and then his coach has wiped his eye. And what was really strange was Steve Willis is the referee, and he didn't even call a knockdown, and he didn't even say, well, what are you doing going into the corner to get your eye wiped, and it was shocking. It was shocking, really, really shocking. And then the other factor of the matter of fact was that it was going to be reviewed by the New York State Athletic Commission, but they were unable to utilize a instant replay, reportedly to a failure to secure a footage from Prime Video production truck. So it was just really crazy. Before the 10th round, they couldn't get that. So all those elements contributed to Roach losing out on a 10-8 round, which they had Tank winning that round, and Davis was awarded a 10-9 score on 2 of the 3 official scorecards. But yeah, Lamont Roach was moving up from junior lightweight, where he holds the WBA title, and he couldn't capitalize on that moment, which was really sad, because that alone, he was boxing really well. Like I said, he was putting the pressure on, and also to think in the Barclays Center, when the final verdict was read, there was a lot of boos going on in the crowd. So a lot of people, believe that, wait a minute, what's happened there? Lamont Roach deserved the decision. A lot of people did think that. And Lamont Roach did an interview with Boxing Scene, Pro Box TV, and Boxing Scene. And he told them that, so he said, Roach fully intends to have his hand raised in the forthcoming rematch. And this is what he said. So, man, I'm so excited about this. It's part 2, and it's time to boogie once again. Pro Box TV. So contractually bound to rematch itself, though in not a position to validate reported date. So he couldn't give a confirmation of the date and the venue as well. He couldn't say that. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to seeing, did the thing what kind of baffles me a lot about this situation with Gervonta Tank Davis was the fact that he knew Lamont Roach really well, and he knew what he was capable of doing. So I don't even know if he take it lightly and think, you know what, I'm gonna rely on my power and knock him out, and he just couldn't get to him in that sense, like, to do anything like that. So it's going to be interesting to see what Gervonta Tank Davis does next, and let's see how in the rematch what he does, because Lamont Roach was pressing the action, putting his foot on the gas, landing jabs, landing body shots. He was doing really well in the fight, so be interesting to see. And again, it's one of them. A lot of people, you can't really go against Tank Davis because of his credentials itself. But after what Lamont Roach did, there's going to be a lot of people that are gonna be backing Lamont Roach to put it right this time and beat Gervonta Tank Davis. Me personally, I see it. I can personally see it being a 50-50 fight, and if Lamont Roach boxes the way he does, but this time is a lot more. I wouldn't even say in rounds he wasn't even throwing as many punches, but if he's more on the factor of, pressing the action each time and not even giving, Gervonta Tank Davis any rest whatsoever or letting him move around, then he could possibly get his hand raised. But personally, I think he's going to be on a PBC show. He's going to have to stop him really to get that decision. But let's see what he does. Personally, let's see how it goes, and I'm really looking forward to it itself. But let me know what your thoughts are. How do you see the rematch going? Can you see Lamont Roach this time getting his hand raised, or can you see Gervonta Tank Davis putting a stop to it and knocking out Lamont Roach, which he believed he should have done in the first fight? Let me know what your thoughts are. But anyway, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment down below, hit the notification button, hit the like button. Triple B Boxing TV. Thank you.